In 1139, the lethal threat that the crossbow posed to knights, nobles and kings on the battlefield was the very reason Pope Innocent II issued a papal bull in 1139 condemning the use of the crossbow. The crossbow was more widespread than the longbow at the time the bull was issued. So ladies and gentlemen, the Pope Innocent II banned the crossbow, so the crossbow is more powerful than the bow because it's nonsense. I need to get this one straight. Let's read the papal bull. Second Lateran Council 1139. We prohibit under anathema that murderous art of crossbowmen and archers, which is hateful to God, to be employed against Christians and Catholics from now on. This is the bull. Crossbow. I wish people read in this day and age. It's crossbow and there is an and conjunction. Archers, crossbowmen and archers are banned in the same papal bull. Oh, it's because the crossbow's so powerful, so that's why they want it. It's pernicious. Stop being so pernicious, John. Oh, but Metatron, this was written in Latin. Are you sure the translation? Okay. I'm gonna put on the thickest medieval Italian accent I can muster. Ballistariorum. That means crossbowmen. Et, that's and conjunction. Sagittariorum. That's archers. Look it up. What's Latin for you, muppets? But that doesn't matter because this thing populates the internet now. This common weapon was so pernicious that Catholicism banned it. 1096, Pope Urban II took a good hard look at this new crossbow thing and gave it all the nopes. Oh my gosh, who writes these? 12-year-old. No Christians were to use it in any battle against a fellow Christian on the punishment of excommunication and eternal damnation of the soul. But the weapon that would act as a precursor to the rifle was simply too valuable to leave on the shelf. Yeah, I mean, the only correct thing that they're saying in this case is that it's true, nobody cared, they didn't listen, and everybody kept using crossbows and archers regardless. But that's beyond the point. This entire thing... Wait. Bow. Crossbowman. Crossbow. Oh, look. And Western knights did not like it. Their armor protected them from most weapons they would face, with the exception of the longbow, a weapon that took years to learn and decades to master. But crossbows, I mean, this already depends on the type of armor. But the crossbow sliced right through the armor. Oh, that is so... a greater range. That is so stupid. That is so stupid. Yeah, armor is just butter. That's what I mean. This is what... they make up these factoids because they didn't read the freaking bull, but then they think, well, if the Pope banned the crossbow but not the longbow, it must mean that the crossbow could butter. It's butter. Can't believe it's not butter, ladies and gentlemen. It's not armor. It's what you see. This is pointless. This is completely pointless because I mean a crossbow is gonna, yeah, but a longbow is nothing. Well, you know, no, it's not true. All of that is a castle of cards built on nothing because the archers were banned too under anathema. Anathema, ladies and gentlemen. Why people don't read. Crossbow fire only 2 rounds per minute, while good archers with longbows could fire 10. No, none of them could, because these weapons are not fired. No firing involved. So this is... there's no firing, ladies and gentlemen. No fire. They are shot. They're not fired. So none of them could fire anything when it comes to... well, I mean, you could turn... I guess you could take a bow and burn it to the ground. In that case, you are firing it. Or you could fire the archer if you don't want them to be under your employment. So there can be some fire involved. But, you know, you are fired. I actually find it funny when you read the bull that they're like, you know, crossbows and archers, crossbowmen and archers is pernicious. They're too pernicious. It killed too many people. It's not good. Don't use it against Christians, which means do use it against anyone else who's not a Christian. But it's not even that. The funny part that I'm trying to picture is, not to mention I enjoy that there is a distinction between Christians and Catholics. I mean, Catholics are Christians, but clearly, basically they're saying as long as they're Christians, even if they're not Catholics, do not use a crossbow against them because that's not right. Anathema. But you can spear them to death. You can take a mace and smash their skull in. If they're Christians, that's fine. But longbows? No. Crossbows? No. What are you talking about? That's strong. Sword in the guts, yes. cut his limb off, chop his head off, all of this is fine. But don't you dare use a crossbow against another Christian. It's not Christian, it's not Christ-like. The spear is. I did read an academic saying at one point that there was like a king in Germany that abided to that. I'll have to double check that, I'll be honest with you, I don't remember the source, if he even provided one. But with that being said, let's not use categorical statements, so we're a little safer here. Let's just say that the majority of European powers in the Middle Ages ignored the ban, because, as you may imagine, if I'm like, okay, I won't deploy archers and crossbowmen, and but my enemy is deploying them, and they have no problem shooting me and my Christian men, then you know what? I'm going to shoot you, because I'm going to shoot you back. If you do that, I'm going to shoot you back. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a difficult situation, you know? I can understand them. If you shoot me, I'm going to shoot you back. Yeah, right? And it's on you, not me. You're going to hell, not me. Sorry about that. I lost control. The English had a huge advantage when it came to bowmen, especially long bowmen. Well, yeah, English archers would have been better than continental archers because they had like laws to practice. But yeah, still people in continental Europe did use archers and long bowmen. Then they go into the... And this is an entire thing all about this. Oh, it's insane. And no mention of the longbow when it comes to the ban, even though it is absolutely within the ban of the Pope, also Rome Pope. Gods of Olympus, help my life. Okay, guys, I found another one from You Catholic. In historical texts, references to the crossbow were practically non-existent in medieval Europe from the 5th century until the 10th century. The crossbow appeared in 947 during the siege of blah blah blah. At the time, the crossbow was the only weapon that could pierce armor. Nonsense! The longbow could pierce some armor, like for example mail. Any commoner peasant called up to military service could theoretically take down a nobleman or a knight in armor, yeah, I mean if their armor sucked, at safe distance, at the time a morally unthinkable act. Medieval commanders have something to say about that. The crossbow was the original weapon of mass destruction. Who comes with these statements? Oh, the weapon of mass... Yeah, I mean, just nuke them. Atomic bombs, the weapon of mass destruction. Seen as a threat to the social order of medieval Europe known as the estates of the realm. The clergy were the first estate, the noblemen were the second estate, the peasants were the third estate, and the muppets were the fourth estate. And then there is the whole for a member of the peasanthood, blah, 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 okay? A courtly Christian warrior who adhered to a code of conduct. Oh, the code of conduct, I see, yeah. When Pope Innocent II convened the Second Lateran Council in 1139, the Ecumenical Council addressed the conundrum of the commoner's crossbow. In Canon 29,